Welcome to Career Talks with Sree. My name is Sreevidhya Santhosh and I provide unbiased guidance when it comes to higher education, premium institutes, entrance examinations, etc. You're watching Career Guidance Q&A Part 13. In Career Guidance Q&A, I answer your queries regarding higher education, institutes, courses, etc. Let's get on to the questions. First question is from Roshan Matthews. Ma'am, I'm preparing for UCED 2023 and trying to get into an IIT for BDes degree. Will there be scope for digital designing in future? That's the question. Roshan, I'm glad to know that you're preparing for UCED examination. However, kindly focus on the exam. As you know, there are only very few seats that you can get through UCED. So focus and go ahead with confidence. Good luck, my dear. Now, you've asked about digital designing. Digital designing, I would say it would definitely have scope in the future. Let's see what digital designing is. It's a type of visual communication wherein you are presenting an information or a product or a service through a digital interface. As you all know, post-corona, we are all in the digital world, okay? And day by day, I would say it is increasing, not decreasing. So digital things, whatever it is which is related to digital world, will always have a scope. Fine? So it will be good if you learn more about this. By the way, when you are doing a BDes program from IIT, don't think that you are completely focusing on digital designing. It has a lot other factors too. If you are much interested in specializing in digital designing, always specialize these things for your master's degree. Good. Anusha, ma'am, could you please do a detailed video about CFA, Chartered Financial Analyst, and its career opportunities? Anusha, CFA, Chartered Financial Analyst. Basically, that's a designation that is given to people who have completed a CFA program. Like your chartered accountancy, your company secretary, and things like that. These are also designations that you get by appearing certain levels of examinations. In the case of CFA, you have 3 levels of examination that has to be written. Please understand that this is not a degree program at all, fine? So once you complete the CFA program and get the supposed work experience and also complete the other requirements that are needed to be a CFA, you become a Chartered Financial Analyst. Once you become a Chartered Financial Analyst, you can work in various areas of finance. Like you can be in portfolio management, you can be in wealth planning, you can be in value assessment, so many things as such. So don't think about what you want to do as of now. When you do the CFA program itself, you will understand the area that you are interested in. Accordingly, you can get into the career and go ahead like that. However, let me tell you that CFA is something which is scopeful. But also remember that this is not that easy a thing to get. So you have to work hard. For anything it is like that, right? It's not that just CFA is something which is hard. No, it is not. Everything has got its own hardships. So don't think that it is super easy to become a CFA. You have to focus and work. That's it. Good luck. The question is from Catherine. It goes like this. Ma'am, please tell about HSEE in IIT Madras and its job opportunities. By the way, Catherine, it's not HSEE, it is HSEE, Humanities and Social Science Entrance Examination. HSEE is not the name of the course, okay? It's the name of the entrance examination. There is a course called MA Integrated Developmental Studies and MA Integrated English Studies in IIT Madras. So to get seats for this program, you have to write an entrance examination, and the name of that examination is Humanities and Social Science Entrance Examination, popularly known as HSEE. HSEE is an exam that can be written by students who have completed grade 12. It's not mandatory that you should have taken science or commerce or humanities for grade 11 and 12. It can be anything. Mandatorily, one stream is not suggested as an eligibility for writing this examination. So any stream is fine. So once you write this entrance examination, which is a little different from all other examinations, okay? Most of the entrance examination in India, if you see, Most of it will be like objective mode, either MCQ or even NVT model is there. Even though there are no options, it is like a single word answer or a single number would be an answer for all these things. But for HSEE examination, you have an essay too. Okay, not much of the examinations in our country has got an essay to be written as part of an entrance examination. Here you have two parts of the examination, where like first part is 150 minutes and then you have 30 minutes to complete your essay. And in part 1 you have questions from quantitative ability, logical reasoning, things like that, and also things from for example like economics, your general knowledge. So these are the type of questions that comes in part 1, which is MCQ, and it's a computer based test. And the second part, part 2, is basically an essay, where like they will give you a question and you have to write an essay in 30 minutes. So the score that you get in this entrance examination will help you to get a seat for the MA Integrated Programs in IIT Madras. By the way, the number of seats are very less. It's hardly like, I think like 58 or 59 seats. That's what you have for your integrated program in IIT Madras. Once after you complete this program, you have a job scope in various areas. I've seen children like who goes abroad for doing their PhD and things like that, or working abroad. And since it's an MA program, as you know, it's like a sort of post-graduation program. So a lot of people work in governmental agencies, like non-governmental agencies. Some people work for places like UNDP, like United Nations Developmental Programmes. So you have like a lot of opportunities in this area to get into advisory boards, because you're basically learning developmental studies, you're basically learning people, you are basically learning about society and things like that. So there are job opportunities in any areas which are related to these things. The question is from Rifan and it goes like this. Ma'am is doing BCA after commerce without maths a good option. Will I be able to catch up the syllabus as I have taken commerce? And also he mentions that like he's interested in tech field, so planning to do polytechnic after 12th and then have a lateral entry in engineering. Will it be a bad decision? Also, is there lateral entry in IIT? If yes, could you explain about that? And he's also mentioned, I know it's a very lengthy question, but please, if you answer, it will be very helpful for my career. Happy to help, Rifan. Rifan, in IIT, you don't have a lateral entry option, right? Now, as mentioned, you are doing your 12th right now and you've taken commerce. Now, taking BCA after commerce, that's completely your choice, my dear. But be reminded that like not all universities in India will give you a seat for BCA after commerce, because some universities have made it mandatory that like you should have taken science for taking up BCA. But some universities you will get seats. Now, you've also asked me whether taking a polytechnic after commerce and then doing a lateral entry is a good thing or not. Okay. Again, I would say like it should be a personal decision, but I'll tell you my opinion. After completing 12th, if you're again going for polytechnic and then going for your lateral entry thing, you're actually wasting 2 years, or you're taking extra 2 years. If polytechnic and engineering was your thing, anybody who's listening to me, since you've already started your 11th, now you don't have an option, but I'm telling to all other students too. If lateral entry is something that you are planning for, right after your 10th, you can go for your polytechnic programs, because for getting a polytechnic seat, the basic eligibility is grade 10. So after completing your 10th, you go for your polytechnic. It's basically a 3-year program. So once you complete your 3 years, you can get a lateral entry for BTech in the second year. So if you're doing so, you're actually not wasting any years. For example, a student who's studying along with you, a friend of yours, both of you are doing 10th grade at the same year, and you are going for polytechnic, and same time your friend is going for +1, and he'll complete his grade 12 in 2 years, and by the time you will enter into polytechnic second year. And this friend of yours, after completing your 12th, for example, if he's going for a BTech program, he'll get into first year of BTech. The same time you will be doing your third year of polytechnic. By the time your friend enters second year of BTech, you can complete your third year of polytechnic and get into BTech second year through lateral entry. So again, you both are coming into the second year of BTech, and there is no wastage of years, right? But if you're completing your grade 12 and then going for polytechnic and then going for engineering, By the time the same friend who took 11th and 12th and got into engineering, he would have reached at least like the fourth year of BTech. Even then, you have actually not completed your polytechnic and you are still waiting for a second year entry to BTech. That is wasting of 2 years. So that is something which you have to think about. And I would say it's a personal decision. If you still want to go ahead, like you can. There's nothing wrong in doing that, because like if you have already taken commerce and your plan is to get into IT field, you don't have much other options. One thing is some universities give you a seat for BCA. That is one way of getting in. Or else, like if your plan is to get into engineering itself, then you don't have any other option. After completing your commerce, you have to go for polytechnic and then get into BTech. Fine, but please understand that like there is almost like, it's not wastage of years, but still when you compare it with your friends, they are 2 years ahead of you. That should not be a problem for you when you think ahead after some years. That's why I'm telling you this. And also think of one more thing. If you've not got a seat for science right after 10th, one reason may be like you're not interested in science, that's why you took up commerce. Second thing, like you didn't have enough of marks to get a seat for science, and that's why like you got into commerce. If the first thing is the reason, that clearly shows that like you're not interested in science related subjects, then why do you want to go for a polytechnic again and then get into science? But if it is the second way, that like you didn't get a seat for your science program because you did not have enough marks. If that is the case, then you should again think like, do you really want to get back to science again? Because earlier you did not have enough marks to get into science, right? That means like you were not that keen in science subjects. So is it necessary to get back to science again? If yes is the answer, go ahead, there is no problem, fine. And there may be one more reason. Some kids, they don't know that, okay, see this is the thing that I want to study. By the time they did their 11th and 12th, it became clear in front of them that like commerce is not my cup of tea or humanities is not my cup of tea. I want to do engineering. That was very clear in front of them. So if that is the case, there is nothing wrong. Or else, please think twice. Please check with experts. Please discuss with your teachers. Please find your aptitude by either doing an aptitude test or finding it by yourself. And then go ahead. Okay? Good luck. So by the way, this week's questions are coming to an end. I know that like I've not answered a lot of questions. See, I receive a lot of questions as comments below the videos, wherein which like I pick certain questions wherein I feel, okay, these are some generic questions which will be helpful for everyone. That's how I pick the questions. So if I've not answered your question, don't feel sad. Please post the same question beneath the video so that like I can pick those questions in the future and answer those in the upcoming videos. See you in the next video. Goodbye.